First in the building, Carlos Rosado on deck. Yes, sir. You already know what it is. Yes, sir. You already know what it is, man. It's fight night. You know what I'm saying? My apologies for being late. I couldn't help it. Had stuff to do. It came up out of nowhere. But first in the building, Carlos Rosado on deck. Once again, the weekend Greece WCS. Um, A side official, hottest chat in the MFing game. We on deck. Yes, sir. We are in the building. Yes, sir, indeed. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. I don't know what's going on with this fight over there in the UK, man. They deducting points, disqualify, all this other stuff that was going on. You know what I'm saying? The belt line rule and all this other crap. You hit on the belt line and it's a low blow. And then you got casters having points deducted. Their opponent decide to play, play the victim, the act like they freaking dying in there all of a sudden. I mean, in the US, boxers get hit on the belt line all the time. You know what I'm saying? All the freaking time. Shout out to NYT in the building. What's good, WCS? And what's good, brother? What's good with you, bro? DM on deck. Salute to you. Good day, the hottest chat in the game. And while we at it, man, big shout out to the supporters, to the hottest chat in the MFing game on deck. A side, A side, A side, A side official. You already know. We got fight night, man. We have the Eubanks and Liam Smith. You know what I'm saying? We Bro, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? We got the UFC Fight Night going on. What's going on with this dude, man? Why do he keep on grabbing the dude trying to explain himself? You know what I'm saying? You want to get the man DQ'd. Why are you still up here trying to explain to the man? This is just wild. He quit. Hold on for a second. What's going on? We back, people. DM, what's good? Good day. Um, Man, this is one of those fight weeks that it's not really heavy, but it's heavy enough for you just follow the sport. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some pretty decent, fights coming up, tonight. Both MMA and boxing. Carlos said, I'm watching the broadcast myself. I don't know what that was weird. Yeah, that was crazy. Thinker Stink is in the building. What's good with it? Salute to you. SB90 man, good to see you again. Salute to you on deck. You've been going to sleep again. I don't know about that, bro, because he did get hit with an elbow. So I don't know if he's gonna easily just go to sleep because you say based off the first time, you know what I'm saying, that he's gonna face that same fate. I do have confidence in him wanting to get better. So his situation with Roy Jones, lasted for a certain period of time, and then he decided to go over there to B&B. Of course, there's going to be more people flocking over to B&B based off what they have witnessed throughout the years with Bomac, and the cohesiveness over there with the team, and also the results they get from their star pupil, Terence Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Being that he's considered one of the best of this era. You know what I'm saying? A legend in the sport of boxing. So for Eubanks, who I consider to be a wanderer, he's gonna have to dial it all in. He's, at one point in time, he was about to face Conor Ben. You know what I'm saying? He's just everywhere. And time doesn't wait for no man. You know what I'm saying? He is, he's getting up there in age, and he's still looking for that career defining fight. So he needs to look very good in here, bro. You know what I'm saying he needs to look very good in here. Enlighten me, Carlos. To answer your question, I cannot pinpoint what you're referring to. So enlighten me. You know what I'm saying? Definitely enlighten me on that info. You know how boxing is. It's always intrigue. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to take shots at Bomac, but he told you already. He eat knowledge. Hey, that's a classic. I ain't gonna lie. Bomac said, I eat knowledge. you know, you know what I'm saying? Dragon, what's good? I see you on deck, man. You say, I eat knowledge. Enlighten me there, Carlos. What's good? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with this? What did Liam Smith say that nobody else hasn't said? And then if he did say something about Bomac, dealing with his weight, then he obviously didn't see what happened to Spence and Diddy James when they said the same shit. So just to let y'all know, I'm looking at MMA and boxing at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I does. You know what I'm saying? So Carlos said they asked him about Bomac training Eubanks on short notice, and Liam basically downplayed Bomac training abilities, basically saying he is really a good coach. Basically saying, is he really a good coach outside of Bud? Okay. Also, with that said, that's a solid point. I can understand where they at with it. You know what I'm saying? But I will put it out there too, like this, Carlos, is that it was a very short window for him to improve Eubanks. Peep this out though. That if he goes in there, if Eubanks goes in there and he looks better than he did the first fight, it will further increase, Bomac's, value as a trainer. if he's able to, make those small adjustments that we can see play out in a fight that he was stopped the first time around. Will only, enhances Bomax FICO as a freaking trainer. If Eubanks comes in here and does something different than what we seen when he was in there with Roy Jones Jr. the first time, So we have to see. I think people look at it like Bomac being an easy target, like he's an easy target to criticize. But the man has accolades. You know what I'm saying? He has the credentials as a coach, period. So, boxing is a trash talking sport. No doubt about it. So if Liam Smith is saying, that you're a one hit wonder, you just so happen to have a fighter like Terence Crawford. Well, we can put it to you like this. I mean, what the hell are you saying about Derrick James then? I guess Derrick James don't come into the conversation because he's not the one that took in Chris Eubanks. But yet, as a fighter, Liam Smith, you can look at the fighters that done came over there to Dallas, who, the only reason I'm bringing in Diddy James because that's the coach he was going up against last fight. And you look at the fighters that stopped in for a short period of time. Anthony Joshua hosting 2 fights under the banner of the World Class Furniture Store, and he looked okay. But yet he has this attitude like, I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me. Okay, you do you then. And then how Frank Martin look. I'm not saying there's no room for improvement. I'm just saying how they look. And then, of course, Errol Spence Jr. So, and to zip it all up is like your coach, Liam Smith is coach. Liam Smith coach. Like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Are you working with hardcore killers? You know what I'm saying? Individuals that's, considered to be Hall of Famers already. And you know what I'm saying? Have you sat up top the pound for pound list? Are you just mad because Eubanks went over there to B&B and they got the momentum coming off that fight July 29th? And everybody's talking about Crawford and not talking about Liam Smith? I mean, hey, we'll see tonight. We'll see. No doubt about it. We will see. I think Bomac is one of the best coaches out here. He is. He's definitely one of the best coaches out here. Absolutely. It's no question. He's one of the best coaches out there. But when it comes to acceptance from people, giving them their flowers and so to speak, they'd rather spray weed killer on them and wait till they start to die and then send it to them via FedEx. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to, they don't want the whole bouquet of flowers to be dead. They just want them to look like they dying. They be in the early stage. They give them the effect like, oh, they used to look like this. There's still some color in there, but obviously these are withering away. Yeah, that's what they want you to see. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want you to see. They want you to see what it looked like. How beautiful they might have been proud of them spraying that weed killer on there and then sending to you first, FedEx, first class to give you a whiff. You know what I'm saying? Period. But we'll see how Eubanks is, man. Eubanks, he's an odd character, bro. He goes in here and dump an egg once again. Is him. I'm saying he loves going over the top rope, dude. You gotta put on your top performance tonight. You gotta come in here and put on your best performance tonight. Period. That's all I'm saying. Bomac and Bud are the talk of the town right now, and deservingly so. If you don't have haters, you ain't doing your job, shawty. 2 times undisputed coach of the year, Brian Bomac McIntyre, man. You ain't never lied on that. Never lied on that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing in the building. What's good with the Blunts? The GOAT has arrived on deck. I got some bits and pieces that I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? This is not a heavy fight week, but it is heavy enough to, for this fight to be a rematch. Okay. Eubanks and Smith is a rematch, just like Spence and Crawford is a rematch, right? So we already know and we've heard what's going on, and we'll continue to hear certain things. I'm gonna talk about some situations that I see going on where it just further reiterates what I believe about mental health. You know what I'm saying? That Crawford has single-handedly destroyed lives of errolsexuals in this boxing community. You know what I'm saying? He's put them in a place where they cannot function with a high level of stability. You know what I'm saying? To go about this in a healthy manner. You know what I'm saying? They lost. They lost. You know what I'm saying? So I sent a recent tweet, right? I sent the recent tweet out there to Errol Spence, you know, and this tweet was sent out there, and you know, you got the rematch that's coming up, whenever that date is, right? So let me show you the tweet I sent out to Errol Spence. I said, at Errol Spence Jr., can you send a tweet to your fans just to keep them safe and know everything is going to be all right? I mean, who thought their mental state would be so fragile following the T-Mobile massacre? And now the word is out, you're exercising this rematch clause? OMG. I thought that was a light tweet to send out to Errol Spence. Just maybe he's able to, kind of break out the bubble and you know what I'm saying, connect with his fans a little bit more. I truly believe they need him. His fans need him. All this subliminal shit is old. You know what I'm saying? The banality doesn't get any better. We need something new. We need for you to do something new to help your fan base, because they're coming off as extremely disturbed. Seriously. They coming out extremely disturbed, man. We have all the excuses. That there's so many excuses dealing with Errol Spence's weight, and he was weak, and he was this, and he was Abel Sanchez is coming out now. I'm pretty sure y'all seen what Abel Sanchez said, right? Or should I pull that up? Or should I let y'all, should I pull that up? Should I just pull it up? Or, you know what I'm saying? Just let me I got time today. You know what I'm saying? Let me share this, okay? And we're going to get back to this tweet. All right. So Abel Sanchez, the former trainer of Gennady Golovkin, you know what I'm saying? He's been on record, and he had this to say. All right. Spence looked like a skeleton, y'all. A skeleton. Spence looked like a skeleton. So now I want to basically put in an inquiry. And I want to take you through some pictures that remind you of what you may look like without any organs, any type of tissue. You know what I'm saying? Any of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just taking you through different frames to give you a visual, you know what I'm saying, of what we may look like outside of our living body. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way we can live, you know what I'm saying, in the present, just be out there looking like this. He say Errol Spence looked like a skeleton. So therefore, I am providing you with various amount of pictures and evidence as to how and why they may be talking about that wasn't the real Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Because they saw him as looking like a skeleton. This is Abel Sanchez. He felt that Errol Spence looked like a skeleton. Do y'all agree with this picture right here? Do y'all remember Errol Spence coming in there looking like this? I can't find any pictures out there that really dials it in for me, like really brings me home, you know? I'm just trying to figure it out. I went back and looked at film. I spin the reel, spin the reel, spin the reel. I just couldn't find any evidence. But I am showing you all what this may look like. Okay. Please follow me. Follow me, please. This is what Abel Sanchez said that Spence looked like on fight night. That fateful day of July 29th changed the world as we know it. You feel me? That changed the world, y'all, because Crawford became somewhat immortal. Crawford became somewhat immortal because how can a mortal human being shock as many other mortals and do something that they didn't think he'd be able to do? When you're able to basically put that type of effect, have that type of effect on individuals who are supposed to be and look like you as human beings, that type of species, you know what I'm saying? And they go into a whole different mind state. I'm talking about a mental breakdown. Then you become a bit immortal because they believe this man could no way, shape, or form go in there and beat Spence. They looked at Spence as possibly being the one that was bigger than what they expected. They consider him to have that immortality. They consider him to be somewhat of a superhero. They watched this man go through and basically, you know, carry out some violent encounters, you know what I'm saying, that he was signed up to do in the professional ranks of boxing. He was able to carry out these encounters where they was impressed. They was impressed so much that when it came to Crawford, they felt that Crawford was just a peon. You know, Crawford was nobody. He had just gotten over. He had tiptoed his way all the way through up to his achievements. And listen, I can't make this up, bro. Just give you a little bit more breakdown going back. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give you just a little bit more clarity of what Abel Sanchez said. He said he looked like a skeleton, y'all. So who am I if I'm not going to provide you with several frames to help you understand if Abel Sanchez needs to back away from the PC and go grab a cup of Geritol. He did say this. He looked like a different fighter walking into the ring. And see, once again, this is the evidence I'm bringing to you. That's why I'm saying Crawford is something that was mesmerizing or hypnotic about Crawford coming to the ring that night. You know, he was glowing a little bit. It's a lot about what I'm trying to put together. You know what I'm saying? On what was going on. Did the night itself actually happen? I started to question myself. I'll say, okay, hold up. Did the night actually happen? Have I been speaking to the people that I think I'm speaking to when I spoke to them? I'm just curious, man. I feel some type of way about this. It's like, how do I regain my self-confidence? Because this is something that I just haven't witnessed before. How can one guy from Omaha go in here and defeat a man that we did not consider to be, you know, one of these superiors, one of these gods, so to speak, in life? We didn't see him as that. We just seen him as a who's behind Terence Crawford on every pound for pound list, and who was going around telling people that he was the best welterweight in the division. You know what I'm saying? He was all these hashtags: man down, the truth, the fish, the big fish. You know what I'm saying? Strap season. You know, he had all these hashtags. Maybe that was a front for barcodes. Maybe that all those hashtags was a front. That was a code word for him. Okay. Abel said he looked like a different fighter walking into the ring. His eyes look bad to me, said Abel Sanchez. to KOR the Sports about Errol Spence Jr. for his fight against Terence Crawford in July. Once again, Abel Sanchez said he looked like a different fighter walking into the ring. His eyes look bad to me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, his eyes look bad to me too. You know what I'm saying? I sat up there, and that's one part that I agree with Abel Sanchez. His eyes look bad to me, especially after Crawford freaking start applying pressure with his gloves. And it goes on to say Sanchez isn't the only one who noticed how strange Spence's eyes look backstage while he was warming up for the big fight with Terence. Boxing fans on social media commented on how Spence looked like he wasn't there mentally. People, this is why I try to explain to you all that you have a lot of individuals that want to be, in certain occupations that they aren't qualified to speak on. That's why I always say, like, man, hey, you don't have to believe everything I say. You know what I'm saying? It's just opinions at the end of the day. But when you look at it, there's people up here trying to be doctors, unemployed doctors, physicians, you know what I'm saying? Any type of therapist, any of that. They said, they go on to say, I was at a house with a couple of officers, and the comments they made, he looked like he's loaded. His eyes look like he's loaded. He's not all there. And then I saw pictures of him, and I'm not saying he was, but he didn't look complete. He did not look complete, said Sanchez. Let me reread this over again. I was at a house with a couple of officers, and the comments they made, he looks like he's loaded. Now, I've been living for quite some time. I have to ask this Abel, right? What do you mean he was loaded? Was he loaded with confidence? You know what I'm saying? Because people have said that, like, hey, he's loaded with confidence. You know what I'm saying? He's loaded with confidence, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's loaded with confidence. He's loaded with money. You know what I'm saying? He's loaded with money. You feel me? What was Abel Sanchez trying to imply? What were you trying to say? He was loaded how? Because you're speaking to a younger generation that don't know all these terms that old folk like ourselves be using. So when you say he was loaded, please be clear, because I get sad if I'm not able to freaking figure this out. I get very sad. And when you say he was loaded with money, loaded with confidence, loaded with anger, loaded with anxiety, loaded with, food in his belly. You know what I'm saying? What was he loaded with? Desire. His eyes looked like he was loaded. That's the key word, y'all, loaded. We don't know what that means. And then furthermore, he says he was there with a couple of officers just to make it complete, y'all. Are you talking about military officers? You talking about civilian officers? Are you talking about peace officers? What are you saying, Abel? Be clear. You're confusing the audience. Come on, Abel. Let's see if you're able to explain yourself better. Okay? Are you able to explain yourself better when you come up here and say, Errol looked it loaded? This is now a person like we've heard the fake doctor come on here and say, Well, his wife looked at Errol and said, "What's wrong with him?" You know what I'm saying? These are people that really haven't commented on too many fights up to this point. But Abel Sanchez wanted to take it upon himself to come out from the dungeon, you know what I'm saying, for the bottom of the basement, from picking his nose and watching old fight film. He wanted to come up here and comment and add his own, his other excuse to the equation. And that excuse was Spence looked loaded. He looked loaded. That's the new words for you youngins out there. You know what I'm saying? He said that Errol Spence looked loaded. I don't want y'all going to school get suspended now. And you be up in class and say, "Oh man, I feel loaded." And after you just finish eating chow, they might hurry up and stop the class and say, "Hey, principal, security, come here. This student just admitted that he's high on drugs. Get him out of here." You know what I'm saying? Be careful about saying these words like Abel Sanchez, who's not taking you all in consideration to get to the point. I don't want you to believe that this is a healthy word, loaded. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody can be sleepy and their belly be loaded with food. You know what I'm saying? They can get that itis, you know, depending on where you at, they can get that itis. Real talk. They can get the itis and start to fall asleep. They can look loaded. They can look, you know, a little bit lethargic, sleepy, fatigued, droopy-eyed, you know. So that's what Abel had to say, y'all. All right. That's what he had to say. And unfortunately, that is a future live that I'm going to do, because I'm going to wait till more months come by, you know, pass by. And I'm going to do a live on all the pathetic, pitiful excuses that I've heard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to do a live off that. Real talk. I'm going to. Oh, man. I swear to God. When are they going to stop, y'all? When are they going to stop? When are they going to stop? WCS told Errol to help get his fans off suicide watch. Pretty much, I didn't want to use the suicide word. I was just trying to be very, lighthearted with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take a different approach, because I was told that I'm casually abusive. And I say, so sarcasm is casually abusive, sir. I'm telling you, you're casually abusive. And to be honest, I don't like it. Okay, sir? Sir. You can be a bit loquacious, sir. I don't like repeating myself, sir. Jesus, man. I don't like repeating myself. Really, I don't. Bro was on pool counter boxing. Who was on pool counter? Who was on pool counter? I don't know who bro was. Who's on pool counter? Man, y'all got to put some names sometimes to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Carlos say, that first skeleton looked like a chick I knew from my old job. Hey, man. Hey, if that's what you was into with a little bit of bump, humpity dump back there, that's you, man. Your freaky side coming out, bro. Some things is left, you know what I'm saying, better undisclosed than disclosed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it made me think, man. You might, saying you might have that dark side to you. You be trying to catch chicks that's goddamn having eating disorders and shit, man. Carlos, come on now. He shouldn't have signed the contract. Him and Body made out of roughly 60 to 70% water. But with that water being said, you have organs, you have soft tissue. You know what I'm saying? Your body is able to operate off oxygen along with that percentage of water. You know what I'm saying? But that's not where I was going with the Abel Sanchez. I got to stay on topic. What I was speaking about with Abel Sanchez is the fact that he, along with thousands of others, have taken it upon themselves to come up with all these excuses instead of just looking at the way the fight played out. Now, if Errol Spence would have earned one knockdown, or if he would have had his Gamboa moment, they wouldn't be talking about how he looked. If he would have had a Gamboa moment, because they love talking about Gamboa. If he would have had a Gamboa moment, then everything would be different. If Crawford could have gotten off the floor, if we could have had like a Wilder Fury, back and forth exchange, both fighters being, getting off the canvas, we wouldn't be talking about this. We wouldn't be talking about this. But since it was such a lopsided, pummeling act of violence, these people are mentally broken for a long time. I wouldn't say for life, but they're mentally broken for a long time, man. This fight coming up in December is too early for them. They haven't even recovered from the first fight yet. Not only that, you have certain individuals that they might not even have enough money to cover a pay-per-view. Again, because they're still trying to make up what they lost betting on Spence the first time. That's why they came back online so angry. It's not anything that the Crawford supporters did, because we pretty much did we was gonna do. We set up here and we supported the fighter we was gonna support, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? We knew Crawford was gonna win, and that was the extent of it, the whole entire extent of it. We wasn't here to babysit the ERROLSEXUALs and what they had going on. They planned their private escapade. You know what I'm saying? Over to Las Vegas. They thought, hey, they didn't think we was gonna go over here and be front and center to witness this play out. This is history. Well, guess what? It was history. Yeah. Yeah, it was Errol Spence, his story, goddamn leaving the building. That's what that was. That's what it was, his story, leaving the building. Because all that work he put in and all that heavy lifting that y'all was running with, and Crawford don't put butts in the seats, all you clowns over again, all the hate and vitriol still couldn't get Errol Spence to get a win on July 29th. And not only that, some of you all are showing that your mental psyche is in shambles, man. Your mental psyche right now is having you up here doing some things that's below your age group. Like you're acting weird, strange, discombobulated. You know what I'm saying? You're acting like you're loaded. Real. Some of these ERROLSEXUALs walking around here doing live streams like they're loaded. You need to really go up here and find and get your blood checked and get your levels checked, because a lot of you dudes are proving that you can't handle the sport. Thought you could. You know what I'm saying? You put all this time and effort dogging out one man, and then it played out the way it did. And you all are showing that you wasn't mentally cut out for this, bro. For real, y'all are not mentally cut out. I know a lot of you all have received write-ups at work. You know what I'm saying? You're on the borderline of being terminated. By the time the next fight come around, Some of y'all might be watching this fight from outside the window of a sports bar. Seriously, y'all might be watching this fight just walking down the street. Oh my God, this just takes me back. This takes me back. This takes me back. I miss it so bad. I had to sell my computer and mic because I got that never caught up on my mortgage. God, God damn it. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? They made a mistake, a costly mistake. You know what I'm saying? They may potentially be watching this fight from outside, on the street, man, in the chilling cold. You know what I'm saying? This time around. Because where they were before, they went and put it all on the line, thinking that Errol Spence was going to beat Crawford. And unfortunately, to my good friends, to the hottest chat in the MF game, once again, this does not include us. You know what I'm saying? At around this time, we will be nestled. You know what I'm saying? Chestnuts roasting on the open fire, drinking premium eggnog with the highest. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the highest grade of yak. You know what I'm saying? That premium yak. You know what I'm saying? Slicing through honey baked hams. You know what I'm saying? With a 7-course meal. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoying the festivities of the holidays. Now, what I would suggest to you all, since they're making up all these excuses, if you want to be creative and giving back to the community this time, right? I would say keep it simple. If you're going to hand out little items this year around the holiday season, all you do is bake some cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? Bake some cupcakes, right? And put the icing on top. It don't matter what type of icing you put on the top of these cupcakes. And you can put like a little message on top of the cupcake. You know what I'm saying? STFU. You know what I'm saying? STFU. Omaha loves you. You can put that. Better luck next time. You know what I'm saying? You can put some messages on there. Better luck next time. Just anything to get them prepared. You know what I'm saying? For not just one loss, but 2 losses. Or you can just go right to the juggler and put TKO and put some melody, some music signs up there. You know how that music sound look. Just put some music signs up there and put TKO. That might get their attention more than anything. If you just put that TKO on a cupcake and they see it, oh man, they're gonna bust out crying right there. So make sure you have some tissue available and everything, because they might try to reach out and give you a hug. Do not fall for the okie doke. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for the okie doke. Say, sir, ma'am, 1 arm's distance. Chill. Okay, chill. Now I know you're going through a tough time right now, but you still have hope. This is your first loss at 154, and there's plenty other fighters up there that you can match up with. Just talk to Al. Just talk to whoever's running the show over there now for you, and you'll be okay, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, this is bound to happen. All those excuses was bound to happen. So what I'm saying is, last time we did some bag lunches, right? I'm thinking this time, really, cupcakes. Something sweet, you know what I'm saying, to show our generosity. Put K on top of STFU, Omaha Love, you know what I'm saying, round 9, you know what I'm saying, round 5, 6, you know what I'm saying, nets, fried fish or fish fry, you know what I'm saying, just all those little reminders to let them know what they missed out on. Or better yet, y'all, if you want to, just, outside of putting those little words up there, you can put a little small candle up there. You know what I'm saying? You can put a little small candle out there just to make it a little bit extra special. That's all. EJ, he got scaled and cooked. He did, man. Shout out to Sir Senior in the building. What's going on with it, brother? What's going on with it? These aerosexual excuses make the Wilder fans' excuses sound like nursery rhymes. Man, you ain't never lied. And I went through that era, man. I seen people turn on me for support. People who I thought that was good friends, man. When I was rocking with Wilder, man, they was just crazily involved, man, like personally involved. And they were just saying all this shit about him. And I can speak on him in a different way because I was actually going to his fight camp, several of his fight camps, and I seen him in certain places, covered them at certain fights. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he was never that around me. You know what I'm saying? He was never that around me. So when they was up here saying all this shit about him, I'm like, huh? Dude, I've never seen that from Wilder. Real talk, man. He's a man's man at the end of the day. I done seen people try to get him to move before he was actually, done interviewing and taking pictures and shit like that. He moved when he wanted to move. Real talk. That's seriously. Can't nobody from his team tell me different because I seen it with my own eyes. Even with me, one of his people try to, run interference. You know what I'm saying? And I went over there and asked Wilder himself. You know what I'm saying? So I got mad respect for Wilder. I can disagree with him, who he socialized with the LDBC. That don't have nothing. That's not personal to me. That's just social media shit. But as far as him as a person, him as a man, a black man, you know what I'm saying? And what I experienced, like I tell people all the time, that's my Muhammad Ali of this era. Real talk. I was able to see that man when he was reigning defending WBC heavyweight world champion. So I don't care what nobody say. They can say what the fuck they want. It don't make a difference to me. They didn't experience what I experienced. And when I was up there, I didn't see no LDBC members. I didn't see none of these guys that claim, all the shit, all the time I was on the road going there. I didn't see them. I did not see them over there, bro. I saw Ness over there. I saw Ness. I do remember the boxing voice before he, what I'm saying, when he was out there on the ground. I did see him out there now. I'm still showing those aerosexuals no mercy. Man, I wouldn't recommend you do show them mercy because then, now you would be babysitting. We're not here to babysit because they had all the courage in the world now to make up all these videos and talk ill will about Crawford. You feel me? Now they're in a time. Look, they're in a what you called a time capsule, y'all. They're in a time capsule of disappointment. These cats are lost. I saw Marty over there. He had bought him a whole snack shirt, y'all, and a snack supplement. Now, anybody who know nutrition, let me educate you, Marty. When you take a supplement for the first time, that if it's indeed the correct supplement, I mean, from the company, manufacturer, whatever, right? When you take it for the first time, that's when your body has the most effect, a reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? But also, you have to look at it like this. You don't have the list of supplements that these elite fighters are taking. And he's not the only one. There's several other fighters that's done, got closer to trying to find out about snack. And look, it's good that they're giving Victor Conte money for his program because they're supporting the effort. You know what I'm saying? They're supporting Crawford because it allows Crawford to pretty much get even more attention from people now wearing the snack merchandise, the merch, and freaking taking the supplement. So the good thing about it is those individuals who've been on record for not really believing that Crawford is that man. Now they're pretty much taking supplements. Like he's the only fighter on the snack program. They're taking supplements to make themselves feel like the moment that Crawford was in when he was whooping up on Spence. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing, isn't it, y'all? Crawford beat Errol Spence so bad that his fans felt it. Not only did his fans feel it, now they have residual neurological damage. It's to a point right now where they're up here doing research to purchase merchandise from the very same program that they was criticizing him for being juiced on. So what type of confusion are we looking at? What type of emotional breakdown are we experiencing here? You have to ask yourself, what type of shit are we experiencing here? Real talk. What are we experiencing here? Eubanks getting his hands wrapped. It's not Bomac. What are we experiencing here, y'all? How many times will Spence get dropped in a rematch? I don't know, Dan, because I'm not good with. There go Bomac watching Liam Smith hands get wrapped. Shout out to Bomac over there in England. You know what I'm saying? See, Liam is up there in the presence of the man that he said that, you know, how good is he outside of Bud Crawford? So Bomac is there, you know. So whatever he has to say to Bomac right there, he can say it to him right there. He's standing right there beside him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You can say it right there beside him. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, please. Do me that favor. I will truly appreciate it. Tyrese on deck. What's good? Dan Tan on deck. He said, I'm still showing those aerosexuals. No mercy, jump down. Tyrese said EJ is going to be bigger at 54, more meat for Bud to eat. Yeah, you know, Bud may even put hot sauce on this shit this time. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm not trying to make it worse. I'm just saying he may goddamn, you know, eat some hot sauce this time around. You feel me? But dude, I'm gonna tell y'all point blank, like I said the first time, right? Look, we some smart individuals, man. That's extremely plausible, right? Let's not fake the funk heading into this rematch. Let's not do that. Let's not fake the funk. Let's get a clear understanding of what we witnessed July 29th and what will potentially play out again in December. All right. Let's just clear the air and don't beat around the bush. Spence about to get fucked up again. Okay. I don't know if you got your kids around and you know you got this on speakerphone. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, hey, listen. Spence about to get fucked up again. Spence about to get fucked up again. Real talk. He about to get fucked up again. And that's just the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to consider it to be something that is true. I'm just saying when it comes down to it, Spence about to get fucked up again. And this time when he get fucked up, you know what I'm saying? They can come here and talk about what happened on July 29th. You know what I'm saying? They can come back and they can go all the way back to what happened on July 29th and say, oh, it wasn't that enough time. Well, you know, shout out to my guy Blunts the GOAT, man. You know, Soldier on deck. I have to talk and kind of transition over to this picture right here. This is a picture that we was talking about the other night when I didn't believe. I felt I seen this picture somewhere before. You know what I'm saying? But listen, let's just look at this per se, right? Now, this guy that's in the picture is oh, my bad. I picked up that errosexual syndrome where they just stuck in time and they keep on repeating shit. This is supposed to be after the fight, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? And this is how I can say that with further research, how I can kind of lock this in to being close to the fight, after the fight. Okay? You know, I do my homework. The tattoos. When Errol Spence fought Ugas, he did not have tattoos, right? When he fought Crawford, he had tattoos on both of his left and right pectoralis. I pay attention to small shit like that. Because what made me do it was a picture that came out and he didn't have a tattoo on his left pec. So that means, okay, shit. Okay, leading up to this fight, they was doing promo. They was doing pictures. So he didn't have a tat that time leading up to the announcement of the fight or when the fight was announced. And then he ended up getting a tattoo. Of course, he steps into the ring. He's fully tatted on his chest plate, right? If you see in this picture right here, both his chest plate, his entire chest plate rather, both his pectoralis are tatted. So this is not an old pic from what I initially thought without paying close attention to it. I have to, look at this shit when I got off and I was searching around. But shout to Blunts, who sent me this. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing I can say about this picture right here is obviously the errosexuals don't get why the Crawford supporters are extremely confident. You know what I'm saying? We are confident that this fight in the rematch, it plays out even worse than it did the first time around. I just want to leave that picture up there because both his entire chest plate is tatted now. I told you when I initially saw a picture when they was on the green screen, when they was doing promos for this fight July 29th, leading up to this fight July 29th, he did not have his left pectoralis tattooed yet. And then, when he got closer to the fight on fight day and all this weigh-ins and shit, he was fully tatted. And he's fully tatted in this picture. You know what I'm saying? He's fully tatted. It's not the clearest picture, but it says his chest plate is tatted, his sleeve, you know what I'm saying? All that shit is tatted. So that tells me he's been eating very, very well. I don't know it's been what he's been eating. Buffalo, bison, you know what I'm saying? Congo gorilla, motherfucking whale meat, raw. I don't know what he's been eating. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Otter meat, beaver tails. I don't know, man. But whatever it is, it's high in protein because he does not look like he's in no type of shape. So the good thing about information is when it comes to boxing, it is subject to change. So we need to wait and see if there's going to be any type of revisions to this, what we're watching right now, because this is obviously after. You know what I'm saying? Looking at it now, that man's able to spend his money how he wants. I'm not mad at that. He's able to spend money on how he wants, man. Amir Khan up there, is, in attendance. He's definitely not in no type of shape to come back. You know what I'm saying? But let me get to some of these chats, bro. Shout out to Toby Bartlett in the building. What's good with it, Toby? Salute WCS in the chat. We're global, baby. We're global. We're gonna catch and fry that big mo fish. Gonna fry those errosexuals too. Yes, sir. That is our intent, to continue to keep the grease hot and the fish fried. You know what I'm saying? That's our entire attention. Shout out to Across the Pond Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Those boxing aficionados over there. Salute to y'all. Shout out to Samar Warren in the building. Peace and blessings, beloved. Salute WCS certified. Stamp the like button and support the grind. I smashed the like button upon entry. No doubt about it. I appreciate that. We sitting at 25 likes. You in the building and you haven't hit the like button, do me a favor and do such, man. Do execute. I would appreciate it. No doubt about it. Carlos said the person called him EJ Broner. Yeah, the person called him EJ Broner because I look at all this shit too, man. Because that's how, I got pictures out there with Broner from fights I attended when he was looking like this. Broner's was worse though. And I'm just not going there with Broner. I just want the man to, get back. I could be savage and do a side-by-side comparison. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I mean, if the Errolsexuals piss me off, you better stand the fuck by because I got it on the hard drive now. I got it on the hard drive. If anybody got it on the hard drive, it's me because I was attending these fights. You know what I'm saying? I got it. No, we ain't talking about no freaking Google shit. I'm talking about shit I got from my hard drive. You know what I'm saying? And I think Broner was worse than this. But look, the man, he has the right to be out here in a wife beater, or in politer terms, a white tank. Okay. Just chilling. The man just got $20+ million, bro. Get off that man. Don't let him live. But only thing I was saying earlier was this. I feel this. Talk to his fans because they seem to be extremely lost. You do. Errol Spence, just send them a tweet to know. Send a tweet to your fans just to keep them safe and know everything is going to be all right. I mean, who thought their mental state would be so fragile following the T-Mobile massacre? And now the word is out. You're exercising this rematch clause. OMG. I mean, that's all you need to do. Send something out there, Errol. Send something out there, man. EJ looks 185, 190, another fat camp, bro. He love. But see, Samar, you got to understand, those of you that's in the chat now, the fight's going to be at 154. Don't forget. His mindset is, I don't have to cut down to 147. So if I can cut down to 147 from a fight camp, I definitely can cut down to 154. I'm good. I did this shit before, man. I've proven I can go 9. I can go into the 9th round after running on fight week. I proved that I can go into the 9th round, and I was running on fight week to drop weight. You know what I'm saying? I proved that. So his mentality, EJ's mentality, is like, I've been there, done that, man. I love living out of pocket. I love living, by the strength off the fork and spoon too. I love that. Nobody can tell me nothing. Nobody can tell me nothing. This that pick when Errol came back from Spain and them Israelites was asking him for them days, mathematics. Bud won Omni-Man expense was Mark. If you know, you know. I was number 23. Like, I smashed the like on the way in. Hit the like button and respect the channel and the OGWCS. I appreciate that, Toby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. Never to be confused with none of them others. You know what I'm saying? I don't have followers over here. I have grown as individuals, adults, boxing heads, aficionados, astutes that choose to stay close enough to the sport through education. You know what I'm saying? And not just relation. You know what I'm saying? They don't go along with the sheep mentality. They're not here to be herded. You know what I'm saying? They're here to be heard, but not herded. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that herd mentality. But hey, I'm looking at this picture though, and that's a millionaire right there. I've heard of people saying, "Hey, man, when you run into a millionaire, you can't tell they're a millionaire because of the way they dress." Well, God damn it, if we're looking at that, if we're using that, if I didn't know this, brother, I would say, "Damn, brother, you need $1, huh? Can I take you inside the store and get you a drink, a Fanta, goddamn some oatmeal cookies, Oreos, huh? Something, Twix, brother. God damn, shawty." I would have thought he was struggling. You know what I'm saying? Struggling, man. Jesus Christ. Man, I'm about to come back over here, man. I'm about to come back over here. These fights are just not. Oh, my girl Thug Rose is on. Damn, man. Jeez, my girl Thug Rose is on. What round they in? Round 1. I knew I was at the right time, man. My girl Thug Rose is on deck. UFC Fight Night. She moved up the flyweight division, which is 125 pounds. Thug Rose is the first woman to lose the strawweight title and regain it. So she's a 2-time UFC champion, which in a lot of ways is big if you are talking about mixed martial arts and UFC. You know what I'm saying? Rose has had her highlight moments. You know what I'm saying? She's been in some tough, memorable fights. Her man is Pat Berry. You know what I'm saying? They've had this coaching arrangement and personal relationship. That's his girl. So he's been able to stay in there as her coach. And they've had, he's been able to train her up to her, defeating Joanna Young Jacek, knocking her out in the first round. And then also coming back and head kicking Wally Zhang. You know what I'm saying? So they got their shit together, y'all. So she looked like she took a little bit of punishment early on in her debut at flyweight division, 125 pounds. So I'm gonna see how she fares because her boxing has been pretty decent, but she's not at 115 no more. She's at 125. So let's see how this works out for her. It's only a 3-round fight, and her face looked like she's already wearing the fight just a little bit. Nick Rich on deck. What's good? He said, "I love Rose." No doubt, man. I like Rose too. But she's in there with a pure 125-pound girl, broad shoulders, nice size arms on her. And she has that good size. Rose is still growing into the division. She's light. So I'm expecting in the second round for, Rose does have that great boxing. Her foot feints, I love them. I'm expecting her potentially try to get on the inside, maybe level change and go for a takedown because her BJJ game is respected. This girl right here, she's a true flyweight. She's big. You know what I'm saying? Seems strong so far. They exchanging pretty heavy punches right now. You know what I'm saying? Look at those foot feints by Rose. Oh, nice one too. She hurt Rose. Rose is down. I don't think she was hurt. She might have just been off balance. But her opponent has very quick hands, man. And you know who used to be the king up here, Valentina Shevchenko, until she just lost her title via submission at that. She made one crucial error and was ended up being subbed. Shout out to the Bullet. Rose is getting lit up in here. Rose is getting lit up on her debut. Obviously she didn't want to put on too much size. She wanted to use her quickness, but her opponent is using her size very well. She hydrated. She probably sitting up there about 135, 140. I still believe Rose can beat this shit if she gets it to the ground. But her opponent is using her lateral movement, and I don't know where her cardio, her gas tank is against Rose. Thug Rose is a tough girl. Love watching her. I know, man. She's one of my favorite fighters, man. Real talk. I like her story. I always love extra, when she went in there and fought Zhang from China and took her title. I mean, that was a great moment right there for her to come back and regain a title she had once had. The crazy part is that, you know, she oh she's trying her high kick, spinning heel kick, missed. Her opponent has pretty good countering right now. Seems like she has some pretty good mustard on her punches. She's a big girl. Rose gonna have to, you know, kind of put on a little bit more muscle or something if her speed can't get the job done. They sitting at 2 minutes. You know, they down to like 2 minutes or whatever in the second round. Oh, nice head kick. I think Rose might have had. Oh, she goes in. She partially has her back. Let me see if she's able to do something with this body lock. Her opponent is strong, man. She's working. She did not want to get on the ground with Rose. She was able to split. She was able to split and reset. Rose is dangerous, man. 130, 100, a minute 30 remaining in the second round. You know, it's crazy when Rose beat Joanna, and then, you know, she defended it and went in there against Jessica Andrade. Oh man, her head is a headbutt just split her opponent wide open. Wow. Wow. They both was going down at the same time. That headbutt split her opponent open. And you look how small Rose's head is. You say, damn, he split her open on the side of her head. So at least it's over there by the temple, above the temple, and it's dripping down the side of her face. But I'm talking about a crimson water. I mean, a crimson mass damn near on the side of the right side of her face. Rose is trying for the takedown, man. 50 seconds remaining in the second. I think she behind in this fight. I don't know how the first round went. I was busy talking, but one thing about Rose, she has very solid stand-up, underrated stand-up, but her opponent has quick hands and she has some power on that shit. She's bleeding something crazy out the side of her head too. 15 seconds remain in the second. Yeah, mixed martial arts, man, came a long way. And you know, like I said, boxing is not an entity. The UFC is an entity. It's an organization. It's a promotion. Bellator is an organization. They might stop this fight. I don't know. It's not dripping in the face. So this is mixed martial arts. Yeah, she got a nice little open cut on the side of her head. It's been worse when it comes down to MMA. Worse damage than this. This is nothing on the side of the head. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's been worse. But yeah, when Thug Rose won the title and then she lost to Jessica Andrade just from holding on to a body lock too long. And then Andrade went in there and faced Wally Zhang, and Wally beat her own game, you know, power, knocked her out. And then Rose was able to get a she would eventually end up coming back in the ring and fighting Wally Zhang, who looked unstoppable at that point in time. And Rose, you know, hit her with a head kick and knocked her out. You know what I'm saying? But of course, Rose will end up losing her title again. But she is a future Hall of Famer. She's the first fighter to win back her title. You know what I'm saying? But I think she needs a submission or a stoppage if she's going to win this fight. Her opponent has some very lineal punches, man. She's lining Rose up real nice. Even though Rose has those foot feints and head feints, her opponent's boxing is pretty decent. I ain't gonna lie. And this you know, MMA boxing is different than regular boxing now. It's different. Okay. Rose in on a single. It was stuffed. It was stuffed. One thing about Rose, she's not going to stay too long. If she can't get it, she's not going to stay down there on an opponent that's pretty damn strong, trying to get a single leg. She's gonna have to wait till she overly commit. And the one thing I like about um Fire 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 is that when she throws her jab, she's not overly committing heavy on the lead leg like you saw Carissa Shields do in her second fight. Oh, that is. Oh man, she ended up getting oh man, that was nice. That was nice. She was able to get in on the single with a sweep, but her opponent's just strong, man. She wasn't able to keep her down. 3:30, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, man. She did get in on the single. That's what I'm saying, man. Like Rose wrestling, her BJJ game, man, is underrated. Come on, Rose. You gotta turn up. You have to turn up. And see, another thing I like about the UFC and Bellator and all that is that you can lose. And they don't, you can have multiple losses on your record and they don't sit up here and shun you and call you bums and all that, like you hear in boxing. You have fighters that you see in public and they're considered legends because they fought so many times, and they can have less fights than some certain boxers, but it's depending on, of course, who they've been in there with and who they've taken losses to. But yet you still have fighters who have double digit losses and double digit wins. And people will consider them legends because that's just the behavior and behavior and attitude that the MMA community have. They're totally opposite of boxing community. Boxing community, the shit that goes on over there, you just don't see going on over here in MMA. Seriously, the shit you see on the YTC that we witness all the time with these fighters, you don't get that over at the UFC of Bellator, EFC, all these organizations that host mixed martial arts, all these promotions. We got a minute 45. I think Rose is about to pick up an L. Her opponent's just a bit more, thorough with the hands, very strong, solid boxing. She's not overly committing because she don't want to get taken down. Rose is like trying to figure out how do I get in close to land any type of significant punch to change the momentum of this fight. It's getting down to the wicket now. Oh, they exchange high kicks, man. This girl is strong, Rose in there with. She's strong, man. She is absolutely strong with her punches, man. She got some power. Rose is gonna have to, this is her first fight at 125. She's gonna have to put on a little bit more strength and condition and put on some muscle mass. She looks a little bit off the mark. Her time is not there. This is not a good performance for Rose. Yeah, she's definitely not picking this up. And this is 30 years of the UFC being in the game. Oh, Rose dropped her. I told you could never count Rose out, man. She ended up dropping her opponent. She has 15. I know her corner is yelling like, hey, you need to hurry up and get on. Her opponent's strong though in the clinch. She started landing them knees. She hurt her though. Rose got a deceptive power, man, for real. She has deceptive power. Seriously, she got deceptive power. But I think she's about to pick up a loss at the end of the day. Old girl was too excellent. Oh, Rose looked like she got a cut in the back of her head. Unless that's her. Yeah, it looked like she has a cut in the back of her head, too. She's not even tired. She's just standing up. She's not on the stool. Her opponent is sitting on her opponent is on the stool. Let me get to this chat. I remember when she first cut her hair for the fight against Paige. Yeah, man. And shout out to Paige Van Zandt, man. She's become, on the outside of doing social media and everything. She's married now. Paige, she was a pretty face, but she was tough, man. Paige Van Zandt was tough. She just didn't have the next level. But she's tough, man. Real talk. Thug Rose has some of the best footwork in the UFC. Yeah, I agree. She is a future Hall of Famer for sure. I think she's about to take this L though. Yep. Shout out to Nick Rich on deck. Salute to you. What's good? If this is your first time over here, you know what I'm saying? You might just cover MMA. I need to do more MMA. I say it all the time. But, sub to the channel, man. I appreciate it. I remember the UFC days when it was banned in like 40 states. It obviously wasn't what it is now. But, man, those were the good times. Yeah, it was absolutely the good times, man, because they were still trying to put in place the regulations. You know what I'm saying? They were still trying to put rules in the division. Yeah, Rose picked up that L. But for an MMA fighter, they pick up an L, man. It happens all the time. It was a tough fight for Rose. But they don't leave that like she ain't did. Now, no girl in there with a legend. Let me see what she got to say.
6 in a row over a former champion. How good does it feel to get that win here in Paris in front of your own people?
Maintenant, une performance exceptionnelle, 6 de suite contre une ancienne championne. C'est à quel point est-ce que c'est satisfaisant de faire cette performance ici à la maison devant ton public.
Merci au public, vous avez été incroyable.
They in Paris. Yeah, man. When the division was coming up, man, you had some legendary fights, man, when they initially started out. Like, one of the only fighters fighting with a gi back in the day was the Gracies, Horace Gracie. And of course, that's changed over the time. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, they had no gloves. You didn't have to wear gloves. That wasn't part of the rule set. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, you just couldn't bite your opponent. You can headbutt your opponent. You know what I'm saying? You can kick them in the groin. You if they was down on all fours, you can kick them in the head just like you was playing soccer. Like you was goddamn messy. You know what I'm saying? Shit. They had open tournaments. Weight didn't matter. If you was able to survive and stay healthy in your fights, cool, you was that. But they had some legendary fights until they started trying to clean it up and become mainstream. And that's why they have taken off, and they're great. They're caught up to boxing. You know what I'm saying? For the entertainment value, they caught up to boxing because you can have a boxing match on in the UFC, and people will actually try to balance out. What I think is going to be much more entertaining. And if the UFC or Bellator is much more entertaining, they'll definitely put that effort into watching UFC, even though they might not be an MMA fan. I mean, you're talking about, the women fighting the same amount of rounds as the men. At one point in time, there was no women in the UFC, dog. Ronda Rousey was like the pioneer to come over there for freaking Dana White. The first fight of the women's mixed martial arts on the UFC banner was my girl Liz Camouche and Ronda Rousey at 135-pound bantamweight division. And Ronda Rousey would win and later go on to defend her title 6 times. I mean, she was on a tear until she ran into Holly Holmes. But that was the history. That was the history of it. Ronda Rousey was able to, get through that as much as she could until the game evolved and people start figuring out, okay, how do we beat her? And they watched film and they figured that her boxing sucked, but her strong point was, closing distance, body lock, takedown, whether it be an outside leg sweep or a double, any way she can get you to the ground. And then she's very top heavy from her judo freaking pedigree, and she was able to get all these submissions. She was known for her armbar. You feel me? So yeah, that was crazy, man. Like the history back then of the champions, Matt Hughes, GSPs, man. And the list goes on and on, bro. Real talk, the list goes on and on. I even remember when Rashad Evans came on deck, him and Brad Imes fought. Like Brad Imes was much bigger than Rashad Evans, and Rashad was sitting up there showing the world he had dog, man. And Brad Imes, man, that dude was like 6'8". That was one of the better fights coming out the Ultimate Fighter house, man. The Ultimate Fighter championship house. That was one of the better fights I like, man. You know how Matt Hughes ended up freaking RNCing freaking Frank Trigg twice. Same freaking submission. It's crazy. Let me take this picture down. I don't want to give him that much airplay. But what I will say is it's a lot that's changed with the UFC. You know, of course, you know, they finally had the UFC fight kits. One thing I like about the UFC that's changed is that they have their own gloves. Why can't boxing have their own gloves? You know what I'm saying? Why can't the promotions have their own gloves? Seriously, why can't you have your own gloves? Why do boxing have to go through all these different type of gloves and then allow people to make it a topic of the conversation just to say, oh man, the gloves? They don't never have that shit over there at the UFC, even though it's 4-ounce gloves. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, why can't you just have one set of gloves that you use? Brand spanking new. Why can't we just use those gloves and cut right through the chase? Why can't the promotions just have fight kits in boxing? Fight kits. That means you have the red corner and the blue corner. You have a certain color that represent the red corner, a certain color that represent the blue corner. You get the freaking uniform made, and that's what you wear. Especially for the guys, that's what you wear into the square. Instead of coming in here with all these freaking uniforms, all these uniforms got to be put somewhere, dog. You know what I'm saying? They got to be stored somewhere. With the UFC, man, they just have fight kits, dog. You know what I'm saying? They have the gloves, they have the trunks, and they have the shirts leading up to the fight week or whatever. But I'm just saying, man, they have UFC training facilities all over. Boxing has been left behind because I did a live on this a ways ago on how the UFC having all these training facilities, and boxers are going to start training at them. Why can't boxing have these big gyms and these all-in-one facilities for the fighters to go up to? It doesn't make any sense to me, man. All these dang multi-millionaires and y'all can't get together and have these big training facilities like the UFC Institute. Come on, man. The UFC was here just 30 years ago. Boxing's been in existence long before then. The UFC started to blossom in the 90s. And they, as big as they are, you know, boxers going up there and training in their facilities for what? Boxing should have his own facilities like that. I'm not saying it's not a boxing gym that has an all-in-one, but come on, man. Snoop in 2020, I'll go to any alley with O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is the GOAT. Man, stop the madness, man. Come on, Carlos. Come on. It's good. It's good O'Malley is finally getting his recognition. You know what I'm saying? And he went through his ebbs and flows, his ups and downs, you know, hurt his foot and so forth like that. But he has to defend it. He has to now since he has a 135-pound title, he has to defend it. You know what I'm saying? He has to establish himself. You know, the crazy part about it, when O'Malley came on deck, he was one of my favorite fighters, man. Like he just, I don't know, he just the star appeal evaporated quickly. And I was like, man, this dude has height. He's smooth with his striking. You know what I'm saying? He has reach. He know how to use it. And then, you know, he hurt his foot. He was up and down. Finally, he get his opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Now he has the belt. He's gonna have to keep the belt. He's gonna have to defend it. Shout out to him though. Congratulations. He won that fair and square. I've seen other champions get much more allotted time when they get hurt. For real. Depending on what referee. You know what I'm saying? They'll let that fight go on. And I don't know why they stopped the fight as early as they did, and he was still defending himself a little bit. Yeah, he was hurt, but he was still able to defend himself. But it's not like Sean O'Malley is just beast of a puncher. You should have allowed Aljamain just to be able to weather the storm. You feel me? Ciryl Gane is up next. Ciryl Gane at one point in time was 10-0. You know what I'm saying? Prior to stepping in there with Francis Ngannou. Right? So Francis Ngannou, I'm switching lanes, right? I ain't swerving, I'm just switching lanes, right? Ciryl Gane was once undefeated, and I had high hopes, big dreams for Ciryl Gane. I said, okay, this guy seems serious. He's in shape. He got the height on him, the size, all that shit, right? And he goes in there and loses to Ngannou. Like he was gun shy, almost like Ngannou who fought freaking Derek Lewis. Real talk. So Ciryl Gane returns. He's 10-1, and you know he freaking faces John Jones, and he just sits there and let John take him down and finish him. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he did nothing. Like I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like he received the orders. He reminded me of like he wasn't there to do shit. But now he's going here with a very tough fighter, and we're gonna see how he fares, man. I don't know. This guy has the aesthetics and the build and everything for a heavyweight, but he may be a cupcake at the end of the day. I don't know. I mean, a different type of cupcake now. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying, like, damn. He had 2 disappointing fights, man. He barely did anything against Ngannou, and he just laid there for John Jones after he took him down. Like he had no freaking way of working out of the bottom position back to his feet. Let's see how this fight play out, though. Shout out to Mark Nash on deck, man. What's good with it, Mark? I agree. Early stoppage for Aljo. I was regretting that fight and told my husband, I'm gonna be sad no matter who wins because they are my 2 favorite bantamweights. You know the wild part about that, and shout out to you for being on deck. Obviously you stay attuned to your MMA, which is good. You know what I'm saying? It's not too many people that really, you know, rock with boxing that's willing to talk MMA. It's some, but not a lot. But the crazy part about it is that Sean O'Malley, I like Sean O'Malley before I like Aljamain. I just thought Aljamain was a guy who was on his way up. He was learning the game. When I saw Marlon Moraes switch kick him to sleep, I was like, you can't be making mistakes like that. You know what I'm saying? And then I just continue to see him like be in certain situations. I said, okay, he's getting a little bit better here. He's getting a little bit better there. You know what I'm saying? He has physique and the anatomy, you know what I'm saying? The skill set. He's not totally short, but he ain't overly tall either like Sean O'Malley was. But one thing I knew about him is that his work ethic. It seemed like he had a pretty thorough work ethic. He had that wrestling background. And when I saw the shit with Peter Yan, I knew someone or whatever. I knew something was wrong. At first I criticized the shit out of Jermaine. I was like, man, why were you playing that game with Jan? And then it was stupid for Jan's corner to say, okay, knee him. I said, damn, you don't know the rules? Dude is right there on both knees in front of you. You're gonna land a knee, and Aljamain picks up the title, right? And then the fans damn near treated him like Timothy Bradley did, was treated against Manny Pacquiao. They hated that nigga, man. Like they hated the shit out of him. They was like, oh man, that was fucked up. You was playing a game, you was playing possum and all this. They was right. But come to find out, he did have some issues that was going on with the way he rehydrated and everything. So when he went back and fought, Corey Sandhagen, another fighter I thought had mad potential. He slept my boy Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar used to be my favorite fighter, man. I love Frankie the Answer Edgar. I saw him over there in Cali several times, right? But the way Aljamain did Corey Sandhagen, subbed him out the way he did, dominate him. And then he went in there and beat Jan in the rematch. I said, he's legit. Okay, cool. Heading to this fight with O'Malley, I thought he'd be able to get in on him, go in and get a takedown and try to work his ground game, but it never went there. It never went there at all. But we need a champion out here that's gonna really get the fans involved. Like, I don't know, man. We need, like, I know people are gonna say, but my boy DC, what I'm saying, Dominic Cruz. I used to like when he was champion. I used to like when TJ Dillashaw even, was champion. And it's so many bantamweight champions that was out there. I was like, man, I look forward to seeing these guys fight. Even Cody Garbrandt, as short as it was, man, I was super happy for Cody because, God damn it, Uriah Faber, you know what I'm saying? He never was able to get a championship out of the UFC. And he actually started shedding tears when Cody Garbrandt won the title. And Uriah Faber had like 6 different times to freaking, win a title, dog. Hey, and I got mad love for Team Alpha Male over there. I used to see them cats all the time up in Orange County. When I was stationed over there, I used to see him in the OC when I would go running. The crazy part about it is that that old ass Mustang he got, I believe, that shit's real. I seen him driving that, man, in the OC. He was eating breakfast with some teammates. But yeah, I don't know, man. It was wild. You know what I'm saying? It was wild how that shit played out. They're in the first round. This is a 5-round fight, 5 minutes per round. Ciryl Gane against Spivak. And these are big boys, y'all. These two right here, they some big guys. It's not too much of a size difference. I like the low calf kicks. It took him a long time to develop, and he's not extra young. True. You're right. You're right. You're right about that. He is not extra young, but one thing I was able to see, his improvement. You know what I'm saying? He absolutely had that improvement. And he's able to get super shredded in between fights now. You know what I'm saying? He was able to get super shredded. The only person that I know that was more shredded than Jermaine Sterling was TJ Dillashaw. And I always said to myself, this dude, you can damn near see his heart beating. He was so shredded. He ended up popping for EPO. You know what I'm saying? But so far, so good for Jermaine. I mean, that dude is super shredded, man. Okay, Spivak goes in for a freaking takedown the best way he know how. And that was one of the most sloppiest takedowns. Let's see if Ciryl Gane has been working on his ground game. He made him pay with a knee to the body. Oh, man, nice combo to the midsection for Gane. Nice jab up top, followed up with a straight kick to his midsection, his breadbasket rather. Inside leg kick. Oh, nice jabs by Spivak. What changes in your mind would benefit the UFC if need be? Would benefit the UFC? What changes would benefit the UFC is just a very heavy question, because if we're talking about the calendar as far as how many fights they put on ample amount of fights. That's one thing about Dana. He can care less about what people think about where they fighting, who they lined up with. Man, their matchmakers are good, man. They don't care nothing about that. I think 5 minutes is well enough. It's established now. 5 minutes per round is enough. Championship rounds are 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a fighter's lawsuit going on with I don't get into that with pay. It'll be good if they're able to get some of the pay like the boxers do, and really get paid. You know what I'm saying? Getting that 25, $30 million paycheck, 40 million. But some of the fighters, they hang around long enough, they get paid, man. But I like how the UFC continue to allow fighters to get paychecks by putting them back in the cage. They don't have no 8 to 10 week training camp all the time. You know what I'm saying? These fighters are rotated in very quickly. Their turnaround rate is very expeditious. It's the first round about to end. This is a serial gun. Guns freaking round right here, easy. Nice combinations. He was able to get the stuff on the takedown, and he's keep going to that midsection, man. He keep throwing that 1-2 to the midsection. So I know his opponent is feeling it. Spivak, he's feeling it. Y'all hit that like button if you're in the building. Yep, asterisk definitely goes next to Dillashaw's name. Yeah, I agree with you on that. And Dillashaw, man, that was a fighter I was giving this props to. I was like, God damn, Dillashaw's a bad mofo. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was going in there getting it done. He was sneaky though. Conor McGregor put it out there to Uriah Faber that, hey, he's a snake in the grass, and he was, man. That's when things kind of changed to me. Like, I looked at it from 2 ways. I said it's okay for him to leave if he feels like, because I used to see him when I was in Cali at one point. I used to see them guys rolling together and shit like that at different gyms. I stayed right down the street from Team Quest and Hindu's one of his bigger schools in Temecula, California, right? So when I hold on for a second. We're starting the second round. The one thing about TJ, man, when he started plotting and planning with his coach, Ludwig, and he went looking for a house and anything, and didn't even give Uriah Faber the common courtesy, let him know he was on the outs. I just, than that, I felt that was some scumbag, scoundrel type shit. And then the fact that the rumor was going around anyway, that he was up there kind of hurting his sparring partners. Like he was going a little bit above and beyond, hurting some of his sparring partners with submissions and shit like that. So now I'm thinking, okay, he's a dirty fighter, but this is combat sports. So it's up to, Uriah and whoever else that was in charge of Team Alpha Male to get that shit straight, right? So when he ended up leaving and they end up becoming champion, I say, well, he might be on to something. He left and he ended up becoming champion. I say, he might be on to something. Okay, cool. He became champion. And then he stayed there long enough to make a name for himself, to become one of the best bantamweights to do it. I don't know how far or how they're going to look at him testing positive. I don't know how far back they're going to go. But he said he made mistakes, so he's not like trying to bury buns and trying to act like, I never did it. He's admitted to fucking up. You know what I'm saying? And he was being put up there in the company of DC, Dominique Cruz, man. And then you know, when he fought, I remember when he fought Cody Garbrandt and knocked him out and took the title. I was like, damn, that dude is shredded. Like, he don't have any fat on his body. I wonder, is he juicing? You know, I just put it out. I said, I wonder, is he juicing, man? Because dude is super shredded, man. And then when he did pop, Cody Garbrandt came out and said, yeah, he's probably juicing with me. but Cody, you know, that doesn't take away the fact that you got, you know, slept. You know what I'm saying? You got to move your head. You know, you got all that good foot movement and you can dance and shit. You should have been moving your head offline. Cause I like Cody Garbrandt. He brought life to the bantamweight, man. When he won that shit. And then the guy, the little kid that he walked down to the cage with cancer, I believe, he ended up dying, man. He ended up dying. But I like how he always brought that kid with him. You know, when he won the title, he put the belt around the kid and everything. But yeah, you know, Cody Garbrandt, man, he had his moment just like freaking TJ Dillashaw. And that's crazy time, man. You know, Henry Cejudo, he gets the opportunity to try to be champ like Conor McGregor and so forth. And he goes in there and get knocked out in the first round. He loses his title, right? Trying to fight Henry Cejudo. And then, oh, Spivak is about to go. Gunn is lighting him up. Gunn is looking super sharp in here against this guy. He better be careful not to break his hand on that dude's head, man. The referee is about to step in and this guy don't defend himself. Gunn is dropping some heavy punches on this guy to the head and the body. The ref is about to stop it. It's over. It's over. I mean, you know, this is one of those fights. Yeah, he looked good against opposition that he was supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? But he still come off as me as a you know, a little bit softy of a softy because of what he did in there with John Jones. I'm saying he comes off as a nice guy, man. You know what I'm saying? But this guy, right, Spivak, I mean, I thought he was gonna put up a more tougher fight. But anyway, when he got knocked out by Henry Cejudo, man, you know, he lost his title. He was suspended and he tested positive. You know what I'm saying? He tested positive and he was suspended from the sport, man. For 2 years, dog. For 2 years, man. This man was suspended. And they think, and look, somebody popped positive over here in boxing. They want to make a big deal out of it and write a whole freaking story. But man, they pop positive. You come back over in the UFC and you resume where you resume. Look at John Jones. John Jones, man, he popped positive. He come back to the sport and they cheer him like he never left. And he black. You know, and the crazy part about it, you know, the racial divide that's from boxing fans and MMA fans is different. You know what I'm saying? They can't say, oh, man, because so-and-so black, the people don't cheer for him. They ain't Mexican. They don't cheer for him. Man, if you good over in mixed martial arts, they would cheer you on, man. You know what I'm saying? They would cheer you on. They got mad respect for their fighters. They'll cheer you on, man. If you're a dirt bag, they'll treat you like a dirt bag. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Whenever you put something dealing with the UFC up on your thumbnail, you do get spam in your chat. I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. They don't know what it's about. If you put anything from the UFC up there, most of the time they will spam your chat, man. Shout out to Dragon on deck. If I ain't get you. Yeah, he popped again. Yeah. You know, that's what him trying to cut corners, man. And from what I understood, that he was trying to you know, come back and heal from an injury. You know, somewhat like they was trying to say Anderson Silva, but Anderson Silva ended up fighting his way up out of it, though. Anderson Silva, when he popped dirty, you know, I listened to his story. He's like, man, he was shocked. He's like, oh my God, you know, like, what are they talking about? I'm not. And he fought to clear his name. And Dana White, you know, had to kind of eat crow on that. to the point where, you know, they had to do some damage control because so much backlash was going on for Anderson Silva popping dirty because he had smashed his leg, right? He had that nasty leg break against Chris Weidman, and they thought he had pretty much taken some shit to get back as quick as he did and heal. And come to find out, he was cleared. It's been a lot of situations with drug testing that caused them to change over there, primarily John Jones and his picograms. You know what I'm saying? Caused that shit to change up, man. So let me go. Just in time. We see Chris Eubanks in the ring and shit. You know what I'm saying? The uniform. I like that color, green, gold, and black. We got Chris Eubanks on deck, y'all. Let me see how he looks. Oh, hold on. Let's see if we're gonna get change. Shout out to Nick over here talking that MMA. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. Appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. One love to everyone. A-side official, you already know. We finally got Smith versus Eubanks 2. They staring each other down right now. You know, Eubanks have to understand that stare only goes so far. You know what I'm saying? It's time to put them hands together. And you know what I'm saying? Separate yourself from Smith. That's all you got to do. All the staring and stuff like that. You got to come in here and show that you are willing to make improvements. You are the better fighter. Bomac getting out the ring. Eubanks with the jab. And both of these fighters are fighting orthodox. That means the lead left leg is forward with the left hand. They're exchanging early. Nice uppercut on the inside by Smith. He's not just clinching just to be clinching. He's gonna make you pay on the inside. He shot that left uppercut up through the middle. It missed the mark though. I see he's going for that left hand to the body to get that uppercut. Pay attention to that. Eubanks with the combination. They physical early. Smith is not trying to let Eubanks hold him, even though he's holding Eubanks. He's not trying to dance around now. It's a lot of holding in the first round, man. Kind of sloppy fight right now. The referee has to, just kind of get in there a little bit quicker. Else, every time they exchange, it's going to be holding. And it's not Eubanks is holding. It's Smith locking down Eubanks' left hand. You know what I'm saying? Automatically in the clinch, he basically clamps that left hand down. Now the referee is talking to them both. And he should. He's giving his kids a freaking counseling session. That was a 4-punch combination by Eubanks. Most of the punches missed, but at least he's a little bit active with his punches right now. These guys really don't like each other. Smith is. This is 12 rounds, man. This fight is going to be interesting. They are very physical. It's very sloppy in the early round. It's just sloppy, man. You know what I'm saying? Smith keeps locking down that left hand every time he's on the inside. He just turns Eubanks around and put him in the corner. Letting him know I'm stronger than you whenever I feel like it. For now, Eubanks darts in with the stick. This is a sloppy fight, y'all. Like, that was a sloppy first round. So I'm curious to see if they're gonna. Let me see. Eubanks is not going into it. Let me see if he's telling him something. I don't know if Eubanks a good listener, man. I don't think he's a good listener. Nice jab by Smith, though. Nice stiff jab. I don't know. How do I see the Eubanks rematch going? To be honest, I think Liam Smith is going to win this, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Nick say you've been lurking. Okay. Hey, you probably been lurking for a while because I ain't really been talking about the UFC or Bellator, PFL in months. I don't know why, because I definitely watch it behind the scene. But I appreciate you, though. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, though. That guy was good. Salute to you. Haynes Legacy on deck. What's good with the Haynes in the building? Man, this fight is sloppy as hell, man. All they doing is holding. Eubanks with the 1-1-2. Both of them with stiff jabs. Smith trying to hit in the back of the head. God damn, like, dude. Jesus, man. What we doing? Nice jab by Eubanks. Still need to close it up a little bit more. Look, I ain't saying that because ain't shit going on. Eubanks triples up on the jab. And watch for that inside uppercut from Liam Smith as the fight go on. That right hand, he's using that a lot. Right now, you know, Eubanks is attentive to it. But watch that right hand, man. He's really got that, you know, that right hand in the holster. You know, he's waiting to fire off on that at the right time, man. I'm telling you, on the inside. It's gonna be on the inside, though. Smith is in the high guard. Oh, okay, stepped on his. I thought that was a knockdown at the end of the round, but no. I thought it was going to get interesting here, boys. For real. I thought we was about to get a shakeup. Smith, to me, is obviously the stronger fighter. He's a more roughhouse, you know what I'm saying, aggressive fighter. And this far still early in a 12-round fight. Now we're in the third. I just think that, you know, from what I see, is Smith is going to pull this out, man. It's only a matter of time. Smith is going to find his opening. Man, those women over there, they look like they're having fun. I need to go to the airport ASAP. Jab by Eubanks again. All right, way to let your hands go, Eubanks, with a 4-punch combo. Not too much of those are landing flush on Smith because he has high guard. You know what I'm saying? Nice combo by Eubanks. Sharp, sharp, sharp. I like it. Sharp. But it's not punches that's forcing him to get a reaction out of Smith as if it hurt him or something like that. Nice right hand land by Smith. He's quick with that right hand, man. They're fighting on the inside. The ref is gonna let them wrestle. This is turning into WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? This is turning into WrestleMania. Let's see if it get any better as the round go on, man. We're approaching the mid part of the third round. Oh, nice combination by Eubanks. Oh, nice. What? Eubanks look like he's coming alive. Don't come up here and start showing that Bomac sauce now. It looked like you were showing that Bomac sauce. What, you been in there with Steven Nelson? You been in there with Bud Crawford? Who you been in there with? Shakur Stevenson? I mean, who you been in there with, dog? That combination was smooth right there. Combination was smooth, man. Wow, nice counter by Eubanks. Nice left hand to the body. He went up top and then hooked to the body, man. Nice combination so far. I don't know what Eubanks' cardio is like, but this is clearly his round in the third round. Clearly. Not to say he dropped the first two, but this is clearly his round. He's looking very, very good this round. Sharp. A lot of wrestling. Eubanks might prove me wrong. I don't know. I still think Smith gonna win the fight. I don't know, man. You know, it's just a lot. I can't put in Eubanks. But so far, you know, that third round, he came to light. Let's see if he can build on it. He doing a lot of talking in the ring too. I mean, in the corner. You know, your trainer should be talking. But he's that type of dude, though, man. Real talk. Okay. All right. I see. Okay. We'll see if that work out there, Blunts. You know what I'm saying? Eubanks get the knockdown, y'all. Goddamn Bo Mac Trainer of the Year, like Blunts just put in there. Eubanks get the knockdown, y'all. He spit his mouthpiece out. What a punk. Smith spit his mouthpiece out. What a punk. That's a punk way out. Oh, they better get off Bo Mac. They better get off Bo Mac. Don't let this man finish this dude, you know, in the fourth round now. Oh, he in trouble. Don't do it to him, Bo Mac. Don't do it to him. Let's see if Eubanks can keep it going. Blunt's about to get paid. I guess you get these type of results when you look at film. Ooh, they banging out, man. Nice jab by Eubanks. I like how he's hooking up top to the head and going to the body. He's not hooking to the body first, up to the head. There's really nothing going on. They had the highs. Okay, Eubanks have him up against the ropes. The ref should have penalized him. Shit. Oh, nice right uppercut. Down goes Smith. Down goes Smith. Beautiful right uppercut. I wonder where we seen that at. I ain't trying to bring up no old shit though. I wonder where we seen that at. What Bo Mac teaching over there in that sauce? Hey, Blunts, you might be on. You know, you might hit tonight. You might hit. It's looking good right now, Mike. It's looking good right now, Mike. That bet looking real good, Mike. Let's see how he come out in this next round. That right uppercut, man. I don't want to bring up no old goddamn skeleton shit. We in round 5. Let's see what's popping. 2-punch combination. You know, Smith is thinking now, oh, nice right hand by Eubanks. Solid. He's going in, man. He's really opening up in this 5th round. Oh, man, he's about to finish this fight. Blunt's about to hit. Blunt's about to hit. Okay, let's see. A lot of them ain't landing. He missing a lot. Don't punch yourself out. Don't punch yourself out. Don't punch yourself out. See if Eubanks have anything left for this round, because this is early. This is not even the first minute had me passed by, man. He threw that many punches. Let's see if he take the rest of the round off. I don't know. Let's see what his cardio's like. He should have been running them steps over there in Colorado Springs. His cardio should be good. Oh, man. He's digging with the left uppercut. He's switching it up, man. From the right to the left, he's switching it up. See if he don't get tired, because he's trying to hold on now. I don't know if he landed that shot or not. Get back on the jab. Get back on the jab. Let's see what Smith have anything to return, because this is clearly a Eubanks round right here. Clearly. He was throwing those flurries on the punches. I mean, on the ropes, but man, a lot of them was missing because he just wasn't stepping back and getting a snapshot of what was going on. Like, he was just throwing, and give it up to Smith. He was able to avoid or slip a lot of those punches, just duck underneath them. It's good Eubanks see everything that Smith is throwing with that right hand. But that was a punk move that Smith did. It was a veteran move, but he spit out his mouthpiece, man. Remind me of Anthony Joshua when he did against Andy Ruiz. It happens in the sport, man. For real. They spit out their mouthpiece. It happens, man. Some refs don't play that shit. Some refs do. They just let them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had to NYT. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. All he had to do is just take a step back, man, and just let, allow Smith to stand up just a little bit, posture up just a little bit, because he's seen that Eubanks is just gonna stand right there in the front door, guns are blazing. That's why he stayed on the ropes. He said, let me stay on the ropes so he can punch himself out, so I can see what I got left. They're in the 6th round, man. Eubanks seemed like he got his wits back. Oh, nice body shots by Eubanks, man. He's using the right uppercut, the left uppercut. Nice work. Oh man, he hurt him with that uppercut. Eubanks hurt Smith again, man. He's popping his head back. Nice combination again. Hook up top, hook down low. Doubling up on the jab as Eubanks. Very precise, man. Good shit. He's popping him with that jab too. Easy. Eubanks looked much better than he did last fight. He do. Yeah, I agree, Nick. I hear you, Toby. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about, VADA testing and all that, man, like you have to scan, across the layer on who ain't being tested, who is being tested. You know what I'm saying? Smith is having a little bit of resurgence, you know what I'm saying, in this 6th round a little bit, pushing Eubanks up against the ropes. I get where you're coming from, you know what I'm saying? And if it's only you, Cat, we already know what that is. That's like me and you going up there to Walmart. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm going to test myself. And then after I come back with the results, I'm going to turn it into y'all. Don't worry about nothing. Because I'm an honest person. But, sir, you're supposed to just give it to us and we'll do the. I'm telling you, I'm going to save you a little bit of trouble now. How do we know that's your urine? Good question. Okay, this is round 7, y'all. This is where it gets interesting. We're going to see if Eubanks can put on that lucky 7, man, that we seen play out July 29th. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can go in here and shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can shut it down, y'all. That Omaha 7. Will we see that Omaha 7? Okay, we're in the 7th round. Let's see if we get to see that magic. Eubanks with the jab, coming around with the left cross. Smith is just lying in wait right now, man, trying to get a counter going on. I know he want to catch him with that right counter. He's waiting to see if Eubanks just give him the window, man. He want to throw a rock right through it for real. But Eubanks is staying active. He really has Smith shelled up. He's hooking to the body, and Smith is feeling them too. He don't like them. He don't like them left hooks to the body, bro. Man, Eubanks' jab look even better than it did in the 1st and 2nd round. Really looking crisp. Halfway through the 7th. This is a Eubanks round. He's active with the jab, trying to counter with the right uppercut as Eubanks. He's popping the jab, sticking him, getting to react, and he's trying to come over the top with the right hand. He hurt him. Smith is hurt. 6 with the jab again. Smith has been in the shell, man. He's became, a Ninja Turtle after that knockdown. Oh, he loaded up on that overhand right. Good defense by Eubanks. Good defense. Because Smith is going for broke. B-R-oak. Broke. I mean, hey, Eubanks been, that's camouflage on his trunks or whatever it is. He's coming to fight. That jab is, it looked like that Crawford. It looked like that Bomac sauce on that jab now. That jab can't be touched right now. Oh, man, he doubled up on the uppercut. He's hurt, y'all. He might stop him. No, he don't have enough time. He don't have enough time. Oh, he's hurt. Smith was trying to play possum. He was trying to play possum. It didn't work. Now they trash talking each other. He tried to play possum, invite, Eubanks in, and then try to catch him with a power shot. Eubanks probably told him that shit ain't gonna work, man. Obviously, Smith is behind in this fight. It didn't happen in the 7. We headed to the 8th. Yeah, I never did anything like that. I mean, when I came back off 96s, man, holidays, 4-day weekends, I wasn't doing shit. I ain't smoke. I never smoked until I got out of the Marine Corps. Like I was already out the Marine Corps before I even hit that at all. And then did it. And I was like, I don't get nothing from it, dog. I know some people was worried like a mug coming off them holidays. Not me. They would have came back and said, hey, you came back positive. Positive for what? Being black. I know you can't be talking about shit else. We in the 8th round. They have Eubanks up 70-62. The viewers' unofficial scorecard. It's a wipeout right now. Oh, nice right uppercut by Eubanks, man. Sharp. And like I said, the only thing that I see that Smith has is that right hand. Oh, man. Stiff hook to the body. Oh, man. He has some fresh wasabi on that hook to the body. Smith is trying to land that right hand over the top. Oh, nice counter by Eubanks, man. We sitting at less than a minute in the 8th. Yeah, pretty much, Carlos. Sparring session. I'll say a little bit more than a sparring session. It's a little bit more with the skills is being displayed. Like Eubanks looks sharp, man. It looked like he got that Omaha sauce going. Bomac had him in the lab, y'all. But it's still 4 rounds left. A little bit of Roy Jones. I saw that little bit of Roy Jones step right there from Eubanks. He can't just throw it all the way. Oh man, it looked like he hurt him with the step in left hook. I seen you Eubanks with that RJJ step. I seen it enough down there. I seen his routine. I seen you pull it out. I seen him do it, man. Well, we're in the 9th round. I thought this would have been over, but let's see if he can carry on the Bomac, the Omaha tradition that Crawford left jaws on the floor in Las Vegas. Let's see if he pull it off. Stop him. Let's go. Make it special there, Eubanks. The Aerosexuals ain't gonna like it. Stop him in the 9th. Stop him in the 9th there, Eubanks. Okay, we're sitting at a minute remaining in the 9th. I don't know if a knockout is going to happen in this round. I'm keeping hope. I'm keeping hope. I thought he was hurt. I thought he could do it. Looked like Smith was hurt for a little bit, but Eubanks didn't really attack. Oh, nice uppercut. I think Smith is hurt again. Oh, I think he's hurt again at 25 seconds. He's hurt, y'all. He's hurt. Oh, he's hurt. Can he do it? Can he do it? Can he do it? Oh, he's holding on. Damn it. He's not going to be able to do it. He's not going to be able to do it, man. Smith, he has to get a knockout. If he don't do that, that was a nice little flurry at the end, man. Looked like he was going to come to fruition so I can rub it in the Aerosexual's face again. They're talking about Liam Smith ankles are rolling all of a sudden. I'm like, dude, You come in here with noodle legs, bro. You didn't have those noodle legs before. Both of your ankles are rolling, or you trying to have an injury. You trying to create an injury to stop the fight. If you do, you're still gonna lose, man. You behind on the scorecards. You know what I'm saying? For real. Oh, I agree. NYT. I agree. He hurt him. Come on, man. All you gotta do is it's 10th round, man. All you gotta do is turn up on him. Eubanks. You can stop this dude. Put that Omaha sauce on him. There you go. There you go. He hurt. Smith is hurt. Smith is hurt. Put that Omaha sauce on him. You know what I'm saying? That dry rub. Put that dry rub on him, Eubanks. Come on, man. You don't want Bomac getting that credit for you going in here getting a stoppage. Come on, Eubanks. Don't do it again on the ropes. You're missing, bro. He's down. Smith is down again. Oh, shit, that Omaha sauce over there now. Smith is down again, y'all. That Omaha sauce. No way Bomac came in here in short notice and goddamn allowed this man to come in here and get this stoppage in the 10th round. Come on, man. Get him up out of there, bro. Get him up out of there. Smith is holding on for dear life. Got a minute 25. Get him up out of there. At least we get the Sean Porter. We get the Sean Porter bet. Oh man, he's just barely missing with those uppercuts. It's over. It's over. So at least we got the Sean Porter stoppage. It's over. He put that Bomac sauce on him. Let me see what Bomac at. Eubanks looking at the camera to my, yeah, that's right. So that would be Blunt's hit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to you, man. I wish you would add me in on some of those bets so I can start knowing how to do this shit too. But hey, I mean, goddamn, you know, we brothers, man. God damn, we brothers, man. I can't get a piece of the goddamn winnings. Damn. Man, shout out to Bomac, man. He put his sauce. He put his sauce on goddamn Eubanks and got the Sean Porter stoppage. He got the 10th round. He got the Sean Porter stoppage. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? The Sean Porter stoppage. The last time he was stopped, you know, he was in there with the one and only Saul Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? Canelo stopped him in the 9th. That's another reason why I wanted Eubanks to stop. I was like, God damn it, we're gonna bring the parallels together. If Eubanks can stop Leon Smith in the 9th round, that means Crawford stopping, you know what I'm saying? Errol in the 9th round. And then he's bound to get the fight with Canelo. You know, everything gonna be Omaha fruition, goddamn it. The parallels coming together. What he doing? When's the last time? Good work by Eubanks, man. Good work. I didn't think you was gonna pull it off just from your stubbornness, man. But obviously, you listened over there in B&B. He stopped him. Nice right hand. Outlaw Pugilist, what's good? Bowman, the best trainer in the world. Hey, man, he put that sauce on Eubanks. Eubanks came in here and lit up Liam Smith, stopped him. Eubanks looking at the camera, looking like, yeah. I don't know what he's saying to the camera, but he having a one-on-one moment. He probably gonna stay at B&B. He'd be a fool not to. He'd be a fool not to stay at B&B. Because that's the sharpest I done seen him look. You know what I'm saying? He'd be a fool not to stay over there at B&B, man. Come back over there for fight camp. For real. For real, man. TKO. Once again, let me explain what a TKO is. Technical. Referee can stop the fight. That doesn't mean you ain't in worse condition you would be with a KO because you didn't freaking beat the count. You know what I'm saying? You can be in better condition, conscious-wise, with a KO than you would with a TKO. You can be out on your feet with a TKO stoppage. Congratulations to, Eubanks, man, getting that victory, getting that revenge. They're like, Bo Mac, you the man. We're gonna call you back. Don't go nowhere. Keep our number. Keep our number on goddamn speed dial. Goddamn it, we'll be hitting you up. Hey, you know what I'm saying, Carlos? You better shut up with that soft shit he talking. To my outside of Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Does he really have code? Oh, well, you did he answer your question? Are you well educated now? Are you a bit more smarter than you was before you got knocked out? I would say yes, you are. So be careful about running off recklessly. Okay. Control, self-control. Just like Janice say, control. You better control your ass now. Did he say Kale? He's coming for you, Kale? Why do you want to fight Kale Brook for? Yeah, man. I agree, NYT, man. That was the best I've seen Eubanks. Sharp. His punch was landing. Like except when he had him up on the ropes twice, man. I think he pretty much wasted, punches by not just sitting back and letting his opponents, just stepping back a little bit, snapshotting what he had in front of him. He was just well in the way, man, on fully auto. That's how you punch yourself out. A-Sheb gone to Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, Toby. Hey, AJ probably on the PJ over there right now. Hey, AJ, hey, get me on that plane. You know what I mean? I need to go there now. Now. No, forget what Eddie's saying. I need to be on that PJ over to Omaha ASAP. All right? Bring my luggage. I need to be there now by in the morning. Okay? I like what I seen with Chris. I'm headed to Omaha. God damn it, he's on the way. Jessica said another Bo TKO. You know what I'm saying? Another Bo TKO. Yes, it is. Another Bo TKO. God damn it. Another Bo TKO. Man, y'all need to stop rhyming. Smith has a nasty cut over his right eye, too. Leon Smith looked like he's about 75 years old tonight. Bomac cut that Kelly Sutherland and Eddie celebration quick. Eubanks should get Blu-ray to help him with his strength. No, I mean, I don't think they'll mesh. Real talk. I don't think they'll mesh. Seriously. Because, he's a different type of dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the volume or the rigorous part of the training that you have to go through with Blu-ray. I don't know if Eubanks is willing to go that route. I don't think he's willing to dig deep like that, to be honest. Hey, man, if he is on Snack, kudos to him, Carlos. Hey, kudos to you for being on Snack. Another Snack athlete with a knockout, goddamn it. Kudos to them. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to them, man. He's on a Snack program. Kudos to him. You know what? You know what, Carlos? I'm going to do one better, man. I'm going frolicking. Hold up. Let me frolic. Where do I want to go? Let me frolic through here and find out. God damn it, that is not what I'm looking for. It's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. I'm about to be petty. Where are you at? Okay. Damn it. Let's see. BIG, what's good? He did not show love to Bomac and the team. What you mean? He didn't show love. I mean, look, you gotta understand how this will work, right? So he has his team. He didn't quit his team. He was just over there, getting training with Bomac. So, like, that's somebody he only known for several months. So he still has his own team. He's feeling himself. I'm not making up excuses for him, but people know that he was over there at B&B. I don't know how long he was over there, but we know. Let me see what they got to say. Man, they talking about him rolling his ankles and shit like that. Come on now. Their slogan, you can't put them on their back unless you're on snack. Whose slogan? I mean, no one was put on their back in this fight. He's just taking a knee. He was taking a knee. Tank Davis is not on snack. And he definitely put them on their back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, his arrogance is back. You know what I'm saying? Outlaw, they ain't never left, to be honest with you. He pushed, so snatched the towel from around Bomac's neck. Yeah. I seen that. I don't know what was that about, but he might have just been in the moment, happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? He just might have been happy as hell, but that's one egotistical maniac right there. You know what I'm saying? Look, his ego is worse than freaking Charlo, man. Serious. His ego is worse than Charlo. Eubanks got a crazy, heavy ego, man. He was sticking with that right uppercut. That's like the same uppercut timing that Crawford was landing on Spence, man, when he was coming in with the counter. He was coming in for the counter. Up against the ropes, though, he could have just did a little bit better with just being patient. He was just well in the way, man. They were there trying to make excuses for Liam Smith. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Get off that shit. They're trying to make excuses for this. This dude lost, man. You got to stop. Roy taught Chris the box. Now Bomac rounding up the edges. He looking good. Yeah, man. I saw a moment in there where it's one of Roy's routines that I've seen, him teaching down there. I seen that come out of him. I seen it come out of him, man. If you take a glance at him, he kind of looked like an old Roy with the beard and a shaved head and shit, man. From a glance. He put all that effort into throwing a towel out there. You know what I'm saying? And the towel only went 3 feet. Toby called it early on my live 10th round stoppage for sure. I thought it would have been earlier, but hey, it is what it is. A lot of people say Roy didn't do anything for Chris. I strongly disagree. Nah, he did. He did some stuff, man. Shout out to Blunts for hitting. He got the hit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he taught them some things, man. They can't sit up here and say that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? He's feeling himself. People want to take pictures with him. With me, I don't know, man. Chris kind of gave me that vibe, like you got to be his complexion or lighter. Goddamn it, I don't know. He said he want Kell Brook. I'm like, Kell Brook, man. Why would you want to fight him for? Shout out to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more, man. What's good with OG? How you feeling? Smith was getting some of that hometown cooking. Yeah, he was, man. But, you know, they still making excuses for him. They was making excuses, man. Smith got no feet movement. Well, he had enough foot movement in the first fight when he knocked him out with the elbow. You know what I'm saying? I think the same W says Chris looked like a young Roy from certain angles. He did, man. He learned some moves from Roy, man. You know what I'm saying? He learned some of the moves. I've seen some of them subtle moves that he was down the Bodyhead Island with. You know what I'm saying? I seen it. I seen the glimpses. You know what I'm saying? You can only see it if you down there and see him teaching. I remember the first time he went down there, I had the camera. He didn't want me really trying to put everything in there on camera, which I knew gym protocol. I wasn't gonna film them, you know, him teaching this, and this. But you know, at that time he really didn't know me. But yeah, that was a ways ago. Several times after that, you know what I'm saying? I have opportunity to run into Chris Eubanks. And I don't want him taking pictures. I don't want him filming. And I was like, bro, just pay attention to what Roy is teaching you, man. Pay attention to what Roy's teaching you before I put on the gloves. Goddamn, I was close to putting on the gloves in there with Chris. I ain't come here to knock nobody out today, man. I'm trying to take pictures and do media shit now. Yeah, for real. Body head. Body head. Well, you know, that's some more sauce coming out of B&B. That's some more sauce. No doubt about that. Is some more sauce coming out of B&B, y'all. Hold on for a second. Yeah, man. But you know, that's where we at with it. Congratulations to Chris for getting the win. You know what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. And see where it goes from here. Because, you know, just like Anthony Joshua, I don't want that to be Chris Eubanks just going from gym to gym, gym to gym. You know, if you had success and you felt like, you know, what you learned over there helped you perform the way you did to get the stoppage. If I was them, I'd run it back for a third one since they both got stoppages. Run it back for a third one. At least you know you can get a fight with an opponent you have like a rivalry with now. I mean, take it to a trilogy. But Eubanks looks sharp in there, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look Terence Crawford-esque, but he definitely was sharp enough for me to say he made improvement. Yeah, shout out to B&B over there with that Bomac sauce. He put that Bomac sauce on there, man. So we shall Smith fight like Spence, blocking punches with his face. I mean, he never really was, you know, a fighter that he didn't block every punch with his face, because on the ropes, man, I doubt you're gonna get Spence moving like Smith did. Smith was able to slip underneath some of those punches. You know, it get Errol on the ropes. Errol's just gonna take punches, you know, until he try to find a way out. Try to slide out to the left or the right. You know, it all depends. But I would say Smith has better defense than Errol, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And just in my opinion, I think he has better defense. But you know, shout out to Serial Gun getting a stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Thug Rose should be back. But as far as the schedule itself, you know what I'm saying? You know, we have some boxing schedule that's coming up that we're trying to find out if it's going to be worth anything. The year started off really hype, but we kind of see how this fight going to play out next, man. You know, looking at the schedule and everything. Some of the key dates that's coming up. We have September 15th in Corpus Christi. You know, the main event is going to be Luis Alberto Lopez against Joet Gonzalez. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember with Joet Gonzalez, you know, Shakur Stevenson used to date his sister, you know what I'm saying, when he was at 26. But you got Xander Zayas versus Roberto Valenzuela. And Jermaine Ortiz returned back to the ring versus Antonio Moran. Omar Alejandro against Aguilar. Omar Aguilar versus Julio Avila. Who else is on here? William Cepeda is September 16th versus Mercedo Jesta. And undercard Victor Morales, Edwin Palomares. And Anthony Yard is back September 23rd against Ricky Summers. And then Jolly Jane versus Joe Joyce. You know, Joe Joyce had to come back and try to get that rematch. I hope he looks much better than what Daniel Dubois. You know what I'm saying? I hope he shows improvement like Dubois did. And then he was in with Alexander Usyk. Just give us a little bit of improvement. Like you was standing there like Dubois was standing there in front of you, getting popped with the jab, man, getting hit with those power shots. And your eye was swole. Your right eye being swole, end up being swole just like Dubois, man. So I hope you've been working on that shit, man. Work on your distance. Just don't stand there and think you can block shots with your motherfucking head. October 7th, Manchester, Lee Wood versus Josh Warrington for Wood's WBA featherweight title. It's gonna be a good fight. And then I like this fight too. Terry Harper versus Cecilia Brácas. 10 rounds for Harper's WBA women's junior middleweight title and the vacant WBO women's junior middleweight title. Like to see that. October 28th, Tyson Fury versus Francisco Ngannou, 10-round heavyweight. People act like they ain't gonna want to see that fight, but they are. They gonna want to see it. Also, Regis Prograis versus Devin Haney on the zone. 12 rounds for Prograis WBC junior welterweight title, and this is an important fight for Devin Haney if he wants to stay in the hunt to potentially get a fight with Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a history at lightweight. So he goes over there, he defeats Prograis. That could potentially be a fight, a big fight between Haney and Lopez for unification. It's possible, man. It's possible. Seriously, it's possible. We'll see how that plays out, though. I like this fight too. December 16th. Jesban Rodriguez versus Sonny Edwards. That's gonna be a nice one. 12 rounds for Rodriguez WBO flyweight title and Edwards IBF flyweight title. So he's fighting in a unification fight. Definitely looking forward to that one in December. And then also, we don't know what date. We don't know if it's actually going to go down, but supposedly, the fight's going to take place for a rematch between, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., but we have no idea on a date yet. So the only thing I can tell y'all is just be patient. You know what I'm saying, on that fight and see what actually, is brought to our attention in the upcoming weeks. We don't know, man. Like, anything can happen. It can be the next year, 2024. I know what the contract said, but contracts can be revised. So this fight may potentially be in 24, or they might stick to the game plan of 23. But we definitely want the fight, though. I didn't see Keyshawn up there. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I seen Keyshawn and just skipped over it. I didn't see him as a co-main event. I didn't see him as let's see. I didn't see Keyshawn at all. Let's see. I do see Richards and Hitchens. Shout out to Richards and Hitchens, man. He going there against Jose Cepeda. I did skip over that. Jessica McCaskill versus Sandy Ryan. That's a championship fight. Yeah, I didn't see Keyshawn. Let me see if he's up here. Nope, not up there. I know he has to be fighting, though. He usually don't take that much time off. You know what I'm saying? He has to be fighting. I don't see his name up here, though. And he wouldn't be that far down in the undercard. I'm looking at Top Rank. I'm looking at ESPN, The Zone. Yeah. Yeah, those some good fights, man. I ain't gonna lie. But hey, big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. Y'all already know what it is. A-side, 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 A-side official. Until next time, we'll do it again, man. Y'all hold it down. Appreciate y'all for pulling up and supporting the channel. As always, one love. Hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Peace. I'm out.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come.